One of the follow-up questions, who's going to take the blame if this shutdown drags on? To the New York City Council Minority Whip, Republican Joe Borelli, and Democratic strategist Andrew Feldman. Hello, guys.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Andrew,
good to be here.
Good. There's a clear play here from Republicans, as we just heard, even on the show, from Congressman Mullen just a little while ago. The line that is starting, and you just heard it from Chad, the line that is starting to make the rounds is, this is in Nancy Pelosi's court. You say what?
I say it's the Trump shutdown, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I think, like, we heard that in the Oval Office from Trump. He was proud to shut down the government, and that's what he did. And, you know, look, polls and polls and polls have showed that the public blames Trump and the Republicans for this, and I think that he's going to have to move off of his, immoral position to get a deal here, because it's hurting, as you mentioned in your previous segment, 800,000 workers, and it had nothing to do with the Democrats that this happened. And Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have brought bipartisan deals to the table, and Trump hasn't moved. So I think that at the end of the day, Trump's going to have to move, and he's going to see, because he needs independent voters to win in 2020.
Joe, at the end of the day, why shouldn't we take the president at his word that he'll hold the mantle on this if if this continues to go down this road?
Well, because right now you have Democrats who could easily end the shutdown by supporting something they've already supported in 2013. I'm glad he used the word immoral, because it's been more than entertaining to watch Democrats do mental gymnastics and spin word salads trying to explain why something is now immoral, which was moral for them in 2013 when Barack Obama's name was on the stationery in the White House. The Republicans have already bent a little bit on this issue. First, they started with $5 billion of a total $25 billion of full wall funding. Now, I mean, there's rumors and stories of the vice president offered as little as $2 million. So there is room to compromise. The Republicans are going to, they're trying their best. And right now, the Democrats could end this with a simple vote in the Senate.
Andrew, what do you say to Republicans, as what you just heard, which is, and we've heard this as well, that it was Senator Obama and Senator Clinton and Senator Schumer, et cetera, down the line who supported wall funding a decade ago?
That was a comprehensive immigration bill, right? And the bill that Joe's mentioning in 2013 was a bipartisan Gang of 8 deal. That was comprehensive immigration reform. That's what we need. That's what Democrats are pushing for. We want border security. We want to have enhancement technology at the border to be safe and make sure that we are not letting folks come in that are criminals and are crossing the border illegally. But the wall is a completely it is just a talking point that wouldn't actually enhance security, right? If we want to talk about border security, Democrats are all for it, right? But let's not say that the wall is actually the solution to our border crisis. It's not. And we want to talk about immigration, comprehensive immigration reform. That's what we did in 2013. We brought bipartisan proposals on to the floor of the House and to the Senate, and we've tried to get the president to budge on them, and we haven't had any ability to compromise on real immigration reform.
Joe, 15 seconds, last word to you.
That bill he's talking about included $40 billion, including 700 miles of new border fencing. You can call it offensive, you can call it a wall, you can call it steel slats. The president will call it anything you want. Just Democrats should come to the table and vote on it.
Joe Borelli, Andrew Feldman, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you both for joining us. Appreciate it. Meantime, coming up, retail.